Good day, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We are going to continue at this time in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us resume play. Let us continue. Let us begin. According to John of Zebedee, in the year 50 AD. Going through the life of God, Jesus Christ, and the saint apostles, you will make sure it is all true. It is the real story. Some facts were partially concealed. It was done on purpose, as it was unfavorable for someone. Of course, not all the facts were included in this book. There will maybe another one. Though here you have read much from the life of good and holy people. Each of them had their own destiny. They gave their lives with the faith to the only God, Jesus Christ, and the glory of humankind. As soon as you finish reading this book, your conscience may change. You may turn to God and open your soul to Him. He will come and caress you with His divinity. Some of you may defeat, but only a few, as many of you are eager to meet the real God. Your conscience will prepare you for this meeting. Spiritual power is in God. If it is not for Jesus Christ, hard to say who would be devoted to. We lived next to Him. We were lucky. After His crucifixion, He appeared to us. Mind, it was not a miracle. We, like babies, were rejoicing to His appearance. We cried of joy, and it was incomparable to any other joy. Holy Spirit lives in each of you. Treat it as a treasure. Love it and care for it as you can. You will see the most charming something that belongs to God. Do not sorrow for us, just remember us and praise us. It is your duty. Of course, if a human is steel-hearted, he or she shouldn't touch God. As soon as the heart grows softer, you will feel the righteous path. This path will never let you down. Everything belongs to you and your reason. Don't be in a hurry. Think it all thoroughly and decide. Keep in mind the heavenly kingdom will wait for you. It is unavoidable and unforbidden. You can never ignite a war against it and will not be able to break into it. I guess you understand what I mean. Let's now get back to our lives and our days, tough and hard days. Every day of our life was dedicated to each of you, so that you could live and remember us and our suffering. John, in the year 77 AD. Rome, 60 AD, the year of. citizens of Rome could talk about prophets, Peter and Paul, without fear and hesitation. They became close and friendly to all the Romans. They were well recognized as they were always talking about the most important, about God and truth. Only Nero felt uncomfortable. He was scared of them. He was looking for a reason to remove them. He imagined so many types of executions for them, feeling triumphant. He liked to repeat himself. I am God, Lord. There may be no other. I am strong and I am clever. I am the world, and the world belongs to me. Later, he would rearrange these words and would scream when he was alone. I am higher than God and hotter than the sun. I will burn everything and everyone on my way. After that, he used to calm down. Many people didn't accept him to be an emperor. They thought he was a lunatic, but they couldn't voice it. Paul, how are you? Peter, since I took the shroud from the secret place, I feel much better. It's just my eyes. Yes, Paul, I notice it. Let's get back to Jerusalem or Capernaum. No, we have so much here to do. Paul, I'm wondering if something bad may happen to us. It is possible, but I'm not scared of it. I'm worried about the shroud. Peter, I know what you mean. Barnabas is going back to Rome soon. I want to hand it over to him. He will keep it through his children and grandchildren. Yes, you're right. Will Devarius come with him? Yes, he will. Cornelius will arrive too. This is great. We haven't seen each other for almost 10 years. Peter, can you guess why they are coming? Not really. No. Paul, is it a secret? No, it's not. Just dig deeper. I don't know. Very soon our mentor and teacher would be 60 years old. Lord, how could I? Paul, good job. I am already old. No, Peter. We are just too busy with the job. We tend to forget about ourselves. Paul, I have to warn Ada. She must be ready to meet our dearest guests. Jerusalem. Herod Agrippa visited the meeting of the Synedrion. Where is Levi? My lord, he'll come soon. I need him now. Find him and bring him to my palace. Levi was listening to the secret service of James Alphaeus. He was tentatively listening to the sermon. His soul liked it, but he couldn't admit it. To do that meant to betray himself and seem to be horrible. I have to find this bishop. One of the priests came up to James. James, stop the service. What happened? Look, there's Levi in the corner. He's disguised. Very well, my dear. That is enough for today. See you tomorrow, appealed James to the comers. No, James, keep talking. We can listen to you day and night. No, my dear, I have my reasons. Levi immediately left. Look at him. I warned him. I have to undertake some measures as people may start believing him, thought Levi. I'll go to Agrippa. I'll do what he tells me. We have to stop the devil's movement. He came to Agrippa. Where have you been for so long? Asked Agrippa. Levi told him. What did you decide? It is for you to decide, not me. No, Levi, this will be your decision. I trust you. So, Levi, you have several days. You may act as you want. Levi went out of Agrippa completely ruined. I killed many people, and sins cover me. What should I do? Lately, I noticed how members of the Synedrion treat me. Am I defeated? Thought Levi. James, are you home? Peace be with you. John, come on in. I have just come back from the service. James, why are you so sad? You know, John, I feel something is going to happen to me. Levi is tracking me, tracing me. Yes, James, this beast. I'm sorry. Caused much sorrow to the earth. We must be scared of him. Nothing will stop his desire to gain the authority. James, maybe you should move to Nazareth. The house of Mother Mary is empty. No, John, I have many followers here. I've gotten used to Jerusalem. James, I'm not saying to move forever, just for some time until the situation changes. Well, fine, I will think it over. How are you doing? I dedicate all my time to writing because I hear his voice. At this moment, I'm working under God's revelation. It's hard, though. John, are you writing about future events? Yes. When it will happen? James, I can't even tell you. This is unknown, though we will see it from above. Tell me something. James, knowledge may be a punishment, but not for all. Stop asking me. I got it. John, do you know something about our brothers who are still alive? Of course, I know. Cornelius is going to Cyprus, and together with Barnabas and Devarius, they're going to Rome to Peter and Paul. Joseph is sick, and I feel Jesus will take him soon. This is how our life is passing and bringing us closer and closer to him. Don't say that. I become sad. Don't be afraid. We'll get over. He taught us. James, I have to go. I need to visit the Synedrion. Wait, John, stay for a while. Let's drink some wine. John smiled. James, as far as I know, you have never sipped wine or eaten meat. I'm not against it. Let the wine boost our spirits. James, think it all over, and in the near future, leave Jerusalem. The wine is delicious, and I would stay, but I have to go. James sat down contemplating, and thus he fell asleep. James, would you like to fly like a bird? I am a human. I can't fly. A black raven flew up to him. Don't worry, you'll fly. I'm flying. This is so pleasurable. Raven, don't fly so high. We have to, James. We have to. Now, you are human again, not a bird. God, I'm falling. I'm falling to the stones. Lord, save me. No, James, he won't save you. James woke up. Huh, that was a nightmare. I've never seen a dream so real. John visited the Synedrion and paid attention to Levi. The latter caught his glance and came up to him. Peace be with you, John. John wanted to tell him, Lord be with you, but he said nothing. Why and what do you want from me? Nothing. I just thought you wanted to talk to me. No, Levi, I don't. I want to ask you, James Alphaeus, does he stand in your way? No, John, but you know Herod's attitude towards your preachments. I know, but you are not Herod. You are Levi. Herod has the power to burn you to ashes at any moment, figuratively speaking. You'd better think of yourself and not of those who speak about good and kind things. I'm sorry. I am busy. What a wretch. I'll get you as soon as I get rid of James, thought Levi. Rome. God's brother, are you at home? Cornelius, come in. Tiberius, Barnabas, why are you standing here? Peace be with you. Peace be to you. Ida, guests are here. The dinner is ready. Honey, I'm going to help you, and you, please, feel at home. Paul woke up and looked at who was there. Brothers, I'm sorry. I had a hard day yesterday and I am very tired. It's all right, Paul. Peter, show me where I can wash my face. What's wrong with you? Well, brothers, I'm losing my eyesight. When I feel tired, I lose it completely. Though it will be back soon. Sit down, please. Paul washed and returned. Now, brother, I see you. Peace be with all of you. We have to relax a bit, thought Cornelius. Ida, please, pass some bread and water to Tiberius. Won't we have dinner? No, he has already had his dinner the day before yesterday in Capernaum. Listen, Solomon, I will eat you now. Peter laughed. Ida, bring more wine. Peter, you see, when this soldier visits me on Caprius, the island seems to be captured by the sea waves. No more jokes. Let's eat. Today is a special day. Let us remember our teacher and brother with the words of honor. Peter, started Cornelius, it's been as well as 10 years since our God's mother was taken to the heavenly kingdom. I want to ask you all, have any one of us seen her since then? Cornelius, he stated, she comes in the dreams and blesses us with good deeds. I have met her. I met her just the other day. Where and when? In my temple. She was along with Jesus. They were listening to my preachment. However, only I could see them. Other people didn't notice. Did they talk to you? No, they were standing and silently looking at me. They looked amazing. Cornelius, you are lucky. Will they come to us now? Brothers, it's hard to say. Anyway, they are always somewhere nearby us. Somebody knocked at the door. Peter, who is it? I don't know. I'll open it. Several Romans entered the house. Peter, you have to leave Rome. Why? Nero wants you and Paul. I got it. How did you know? One centurion warned me. You may go. Peter, what's up? Cornelius, nothing. Some neighbors have come to visit me. Why didn't you invite them to the table? No, we have to be alone. I'll meet them tomorrow. Jerusalem. Levi gathered 50 people. Citizens of Jerusalem, do you know Bishop Alphaeus? Yes, we know him. Do you like his sermons? He is a demon from hell, just as the false God's son. Crucify him. No, dear, I have come to a better idea. He will die easily. If he claims himself God's apostle, let him accept God's death. Tomorrow, everybody come to his service, and we'll finish him. Death to him. Death. Content, Levi walked off and away from the crowd. The next day, James Alphaeus has come to his last service with no doubts. He was surprised seeing so many people at the temple. What a joy! I have never seen so many people at any of my services, thought James. Dear comers, he started. God is and he sees all of you. He is very happy to see that today you have come to hear the truth about him. Everybody started laughing. Dear people, I don't understand you. You will. You will. Soon you will see your Lord God. Several people ran up to him and seized him by his arms, dragged him to the roof of the temple. If you drag him up to the roof of the temple, he will feel closer to God. John was right, thought James. He was dragged to the roof. He was dragged to the roof of the temple. People, look at God's angel, all ready to fly in heaven. James looked down. The crowd raged, holding stones in their hands. 4 members of the Synedrion were standing nearby. Levi was among them, wearing a black chiton. Now I got it. He didn't even finish his thought. Someone pushed him. He hit the ground. I don't feel pain. Why? Thought James. His inner voice told him to get up and meet your death on your feet. But help me. He could hardly stand. A storm of stones hailed at him, but he kept standing and bleeding. He began moving, praying for God to take him sooner. He was moving towards the senseless crowd, half of which was priests. Look, this is the devil, not a human. People escaped from the devil. Levi scared. Is God really next to him? I better get out of here. The crowd scattered in different directions. James was out of strength, but he managed to enter into God's temple. He kneeled. Merciful God, I will meet my death in your house. They didn't kill me or my spirit, and I will return now to you. John was still in Jerusalem. He felt restless from the very morning. No, I can't bear it anymore. God, what's happened? John, go to James. Teacher, I got it. He rushed to the temple where James used to preach. People were running from the temple screaming, "Don't go to the temple. The devil is in there." John sped up. Finally, he reached the palace, the place, God's temple. From the distance, he could notice blood spots. God, am I late? He ran into the temple. James was lying in a pool of blood. My brother, are you still alive? James was breathless. Beast, bastards, scum, I hate you as long as I live. Be damned, damn you forever. Priest, you are sons of Ichnada. Let my curse follow you, and acid rain will fall on your filthy heads. John, calm down. James, his spirit is with me. You, bury the body in the glory. Teacher, I will. Just tell me again, will you punish these devils? John, you have already written what I told you. Repeat it. And if anyone wants to harm them, fire proceeds from their mouth and devours their enemies. And if anyone wants to harm them, he must be killed in this manner. This is the answer. Thank you, teacher. John gathered mourners. Please, all of you, do as required by the tradition. I will bury his body today. In the afternoon, James Alphaeus' body was buried next to the temple where he used to preach. John planted a tree right on that place. I will never come back to this city. Let it turn into ruins and be reborn after it. Herod's palace. Levi broke into Agrippa's chamber. What is wrong with you? Agrippa, I don't know. He was not a human. You didn't kill him, did you? I don't know, but God deferred taking him. Even when the pike hit him, he didn't die. You will accept death instead of him? No, I want to live. I think James wanted to. Guards, come up. What shall we do, my lord? Throw him to the basement. No fuss. Slice him and piece by piece remove out of the city. No one should know. Yes, sir. Levi dropped to his knees. Why are you doing this to me? You are the beast, not me. Agrippa laughed and went out of the chamber. I need rest of all of these duties. That's what he thought. John was walking home. He was crying and mumbling all at the same time. Humans are here for you. You are lying in for help. You're lying in for help. It is so hard to see who is who, what is what, how to live further, what to do. My Lord, save me from spiritual doubt. Take me up. Take me up if you can. No, John, You will live long and will glorify everything you experienced. Teacher, I hear you, and I will fulfill your wish. Let the earth never see so much sorrow and pain as we have met through our lives. John, it will be exactly so. Finish God's revelation, and you'll understand, and you will rejoice. The revelation will show you the future of the earth. Teacher, why are the people, why don't other people hear you as we do? Ask them. Maybe they don't want to hear, or they're scared. Whoever wants to hear me, they will. They will do so and will get in touch with me forever. Dear readers, we will pause and we will stop there. We will resume play yet another day, another time, in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Until next time, dear readers, take care of yourselves, and please take care of one another. Until next time, thank you, and God bless.